Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome along to this Premier League encounter at Stamford Bridge. Is where the venue is for today's game. Chelsea against Manchester City. Erling Haaland, 11 goals and 2 assists and 13 Premier League appearances in London. And the two teams are in the tunnel and making their way out onto the field of play right now. So kickoff is very much fast approaching. I'm Russ Vernon, and I'm going to be guiding you through the action this afternoon. Hopefully you're all doing well today. And big good afternoon to Media, Radio, Jingles and Gaming. Says hello again, Russ and the team. Very good afternoon to you, good morning, or good afternoon, depending where you are tuned in from right now. I know you said you're from England, but for all I know, you could be on holiday. So wherever you're tuned in from right now, this is to all our listeners, a very good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you today. We'll take a look at the two teams then in a moment, and we'll give you all important team news for this Premier League game today that sees Enzo Maresca make his Premier League bow as manager of Chelsea up against Pep Guardiola, where he was once an assistant of the Manchester boss. There is Enzo Maresca. We're almost set to go then for kickoff, and we'll run you through the teams in just a moment or two. There's Enzo Maresca smiling to the cameras this afternoon, and there is the handshake between him and Pep Guardiola and some of the Man City backroom staff as well. Some of the Chelsea players are coming along there. That's Pep Guardiola, the Manchester City boss, as Maresca walks across, greets him, shakes, gives him an hug this time around. Jack Grealish amongst us. On the bench for Man City today, we'll run you through the lineups right now then. Starting off with Chelsea in a moment or two. Here we go then. And Enzo Maresca has picked this side for Chelsea today, who will take on Manchester City's Robert Sanchez, the Spaniard, in goal. He is preferred to Philip Jorgensen, the new signing. There's two Frenchmen, an Englishman, and a Spaniard, as Gusto, Fofana, Colwell and Cucurella make up the back four for Chelsea today, as the Fofana plays after a long time out injured. Enzo Maresca, Romeo Lavio and Moises Caicedo, so Argentina, Belgium, and also Colombian in midfield. And then Cole Palmer of England, Nicholas Jackson, Christopher Nkunku in the attack. Jorgensen, Tosin, Badashile, Mudryk, Madueke, Neto, Jules Puyol, Boué and Renato Vega amongst the bench. As for Man City then is Edison in goal, Rico Lewis, Manuel Akanji, Ruben Diaz and Josko Gvardiol. Rico Lewis preferred to Kyle Walker at the back today, with John Stones amongst those on the bench as well. Mateo Kovacic and Bernardo in front of the back four. Jeremy Doku, Kevin De Bruyne, new signing Savinho in the midfield. And then leading the line is the Norwegian, their talisman, Erling Haaland. Let's run you through the bench then. For Manchester City, Stefan Ortega, Kyle Walker, John Stones, Nathan Ake, Jack Grealish, Mateus Nunes, Phil Foden, Nico O'Reilly, who performed well in pre-season, and I thought he performed well in the Community Shield last week against Manchester United. And also on the bench, James McAtee, who's impressed me during the games in pre-season that I saw of Manchester City. The referee today then is Anthony Taylor, assisted by Gary Beswick and Adam Nunn. And in England, the fourth official, VAR, Michael Salisbury, and Dan Cook is on VAR, assistant VAR, as we're now underway in this Premier League game at Stamford Bridge. Ball flicked on by Erling Haaland, and is in towards the run down the right-hand side there of Jeremy Doku, but coming across to claim it early on there is Robert Sanchez, who is preferred in goal this time around from Chelsea. With Sanchez for third in goal today. On my left hand side, Kovacic back on the bridge, former Chelsea man, as is Manuel Akanji. Back into the formation, Kovacic. Into Rico Lewis, who's in the start today ahead of Kyle Walker. Doku down the line towards Lewis again. Good cross in. Way into the side netting and behind for a goal kick. But Rico Lewis, good early pressure down that right hand side for Manchester City early on here. You know it's Media Radio Jingles and Gaming who says, of course, Erling Haaland is playing. Shot of Enzo Maresca won the championship title last season with Leicester City before his summer switch across to Stamford Bridge along with Keenan Dewsbury-Hall. Fetched him along with him. He also fetched the majority of his backroom staff from Leicester with him. Leicester in action on Monday Night Football against Tottenham Hotspur under new boss Steve Cooper. You can hear that tomorrow night. Himself and Paul James getting you through the action there. As we watch this Premier League game today, it's Chelsea 0, Man City 0 coming up towards 2 minutes. And across there to Josko Gvardiol, who switches the play well, looking for the Doku, but Marco Correa, who won the European Championships in the summer with Spain, beating England in the final, clears the other way for Chelsea, but they've given the ball away this time as they look towards Jackson. There was Enzo Fernandez who trying to play forward. Manuel Akanji brings City forward. Savinho drops the ball back to De Bruyne. Kovacic is there. Mateo Kovacic, De Bruyne, Savinho, crossed in, blocked by the boot there of Malo Gusto, and it's claimed by Robert Sanchez, who quickly balls it out, and Chelsea will look to break his Cucurella. It's the ball forward, but it's picked off by De Bruyne. Into Bernardo, giving the ball away to Enzo Fernandez. Doku battling to win the ball back as Cucurella sends it long looking for Nicholas Jackson. There's the header away from Manuel Akanji, only as far as Rico Lewis, who is fouled by backwards for Nkoku. And he's taking it quickly there, Rico Lewis into Ruben Dias, and now Mateo Kovacic for Manchester City. Midway inside their own half, and he's Ruben Dias across this right hand side, and Manuel Akanji who's got Doku down the line, and he tried to play there, but he goes out of play for a throw. You see Enzo Maresca just rolling the touchline early on here, trying to work out what his side could potentially do here. Pep Guardiola is in the opposite dugout as he's Erling Haaland for Jeremy Doku. After Chelsea gave the ball away from a throw-in, Doku's crossed towards the back post, looking for Haaland. His ball, and he's behind for a goal kick there, and it's Chelsea 0, Manchester City 0. Yeah, early on in the Premier League. As we see this ball in again from Jeremy Doku, too much on that, and was always going wide from the moment he left his foot. Poor cross from the Belgian who featured in the European Championships, did Jeremy Doku. But poor start. It's here, it's Christopher Nkoku. What can Nkoku do? But Rico Lewis does well up against him. Nkoku there, good well. Into Romeo Lavia. Now Enzo, not Enzo Fernandez, that's Moses Caicedo to Cole Palmer. Caicedo again. Cowell. And Chelsea just looking the ball around well. And this is a good bit of play. How wide it goes to Malo Gusto. Inside to Cole Palmer. Back it goes this time, though. Chelsea looked to keep possession and was forced to go backwards this time. There's a good bit of play. Jackson drops it out wide to Gusto. Gusto in towards Palmer. The deflection. But it goes behind for a goal kick, according to the officials. Like it took a deflection off the City player there for me. I thought that should be in the corner. We'll just take a second look here. I think that comes off Gvardiol last, if I'm honest. Well, the officials do not agree. I bow to their better judgment. Yes, his first managerial job in the Premier League for Enzo Maresca. A lot of people thought he would have probably done that with Leicester City after guiding them to the Premier League last season, but he decided to opt to join Chelsea this summer as Man City have a goal kick. It remains Chelsea 0, City 0 in the opening 6 minutes of the Premier League encounter. Chelsea yet to get going under Enzo Maresca in the Premier League season. But Man City were looking good going forward. But I've got a goal kick, and here's Edison. After the goal kick was taken a lot quickly, and sends it long looking for Rico Lewis, but Marco Correa has intercepted. This is a good play from Chelsea if we can wheel this right. Correa. Fernandez. Back it goes to Colwell and across to Fofana, the other former Leicester player. Here's Romeo Lavio. Now Correa to Lavio again. We'll play this from Chelsea. We'll want to cause a few problems of their own. And here is Correa all the way back to Sanchez, and it remains 0-0. Sanchez sends the ball along looking for the run of Christopher Nkunku, trying to get on the end of this ball, but Rico Lewis watches it go out of play for a throw, and they'll get on with it quickly, will they? Yes. Over the head of Nkunku and straight into Kovacic, who's been pulled by Enzo Fernandez, but Kovacic does well to get away from his man and find Ruben Dias. Dias will look up here and look for an option to come forward with. We has to go to Josko Gvardiol out there and back into Ruben Dias again, and he will look forward here. Ruben Dias to get this ball forward. It goes into Josko Gvardiol again. He's got Savinho coming short and gets it here. Savinho, good ball through to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva's inside, takes a shot, it takes a deflection there, does it? It does, off of Levi Colwell, behind for a corner to City. Aiming it's gone here, Chelsea and Man City 0, and good to break again from Savinho. Brilliant ball through into Bernardo Silva, who shot took a deflection off Levi Colwell, and behind for a corner he goes, and Bernardo Silva and his shirt pulled by Wesley Fofana. Actually runs away from him and comes towards a short one, but he goes in towards the back post. Kanji heads it back across, where a foul has been given there by Erling Haaland on Enzo Fernandez. Haaland's not happy as we look at this again. Haaland and Enzo Fernandez challenging. And how is that a free kick against Erling Haaland there? I can't work out why that was a free kick against Erling Haaland, just Chelsea going with the players. Enzo Fernandez who won that free kick, and a brilliant ball out wide to Melo Gusto. And Gusto with a low cross in is put out well there by Ruben Dias. No, Josko Gvardiol bad there. Brilliant play from Josko Gvardiol, and as Gusto put that ball in, looking for the win of Cole Palmer was in there, and Koku was getting there too, so too was Jackson. So Palmer delivers this in, and the shot there just wide in the end, and there was a on the volley there from Wesley Fofana, but never really troubling Edison in the City goal there. And you look at this again, does really, really well, and then there's this ball comes in from Cole Palmer. He finds Fofana on the penalty spot, but the former Leicester man who makes his first appearance since May 2023 doesn't connect with it well and goes behind for a goal kick to City. 0-0, then coming up towards 10 minutes as Manuel Akanji looks back into the penalty on the left-hand side, looking for Edison, and City build up from the back again on the left-hand side. Here's Josko Gvardiol, and Gvardiol will look for options. Bernardo Silva wide on the left. Gvardiol trying to play wonderful ball. It goes out wide to Jeremy Doku. This is a good bit of play from City if they can wear this well. Doku, can he get across in towards the penalty area? He's held up. Then she has to go back there to Manuel Akanji. Down the line again into Jeremy Doku. Doku takes on Correa and beats him. Does well here. Doku goes down. No free kick given. That's good defensive work from Correa not to give away the free kick there. And then Savinho gets away from Cole Palmer. Good work this from the new Brazilian in the Premier League and Manchester City. Rico Lewis edge of the penalty area. Across to Jeremy Doku. Can he get that up a shot here? Doku he does. It's a wayward one. Behind he goes for a goal kick. And Doku got all that one wrong. Just couldn't take the action there. And he got it all wrong in the end. And it remains 0-0. Chelsea 0, Man City 0, and Chelsea in the darker blue shirts today. City in their sky blue, you would like to say, shirts, you would call it. White shorts and navy socks. Chelsea in dark blue shorts and white socks. As Rico Lewis picks up the ball for City and gives the ball away. And here's Nkoku out wide now to Enzo Fernandez. As Chelsea look to come forward here. Fernandez, good cross-field pass to pick out Cole Palmer. Palmer, can he deliver the ball in towards the penalty area? He can't. It goes back to Caicedo. Lavia. Cucurella. Fernandez. Inside to Lavia. Cucurella. Back he goes there well to Colwell and across to Fafana. Down the line into Palmer. Palmer gives a good ball forward there. And here's Palmer again. Can he get a strike in the goal here? Palmer he can't. As Mateo Kovacic comes back at it and wins possession back. And here comes Kevin De Bruyne. Good cross-field pass as he looks to pick the ball up here. Is Doku. Good ball from Kevin De Bruyne to pick out Jeremy Doku. We'll bring you the score from the League One game between Bolton Wanderers and Wrexham this afternoon. We'll let you know the full-time score in that game. We'll give you the full-time score in the Championship and League Two as well. Being games in those two divisions as well. We'll also remind you of the earlier Premier League game today, which was covered by Paul James. Excellent commentary, as always, by Paul. In the Premier League earlier on then, it finished Brentford 2, Crystal Palace 1, as we just see this ball again. In that's a good bit of play from Marco Correa to draw the foul there. Sunderland in the Championship then, Sunderland 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0. And a bit of a stat to give you regarding Sheffield Wednesday, which I found very, very interesting. The last time Sheffield Wednesday scored 4 goals in the opening game of the season, of the league season, was back in 2008. They did that as well last week in their win over Plymouth Argyle. They conceded 4 in their second, and history repeated itself this time around as well. As here comes Nicholas Jackson towards the penalty for Chelsea. Pulls down Ruben Diaz-Schler, who wins his side a free kick. And a definite free kick fouled by Nicholas Jackson. Into League One then. 87 minutes gone. It's still Bolton Wanderers 0, Wrexham 0. Looks like that's heading for a stalemate there in this game as Bolton take on Wrexham in League One. And in League Two earlier today, Notts County 2, Fleetwood 2. A late goal from Jody Jones sealed a point for Notts County after goals from Graydon and Wadu had put Fleetwood 2-0 up before Yatta pulled one back before Jones scored a penalty in the 5th minute of stoppage time. And at the end of that game, as Caicedo conceded a free kick there, as City get on very quickly. There's also La Liga return this weekend. Barcelona went on yesterday. We'll also give you some other scores from around Europe as well a little bit later on. Here's Doku over on that left-hand side now. Down the line it goes. Well then, that's a good ball in from De Bruyne. Otunia, Robert Sanchez in the Chelsea goal there. Chelsea looking to build on what they have got so far and look to build on what they look to achieve in this Premier League season. Look to progress from last season as we bring you the game here today. It's Chelsea 0, Manchester City 0 in the Premier League this afternoon. We're spending here delighted to guide you through this action as Robert Sanchez has possession as Chelsea will look to come forward. Akanji will head the ball away. Can Rico Lewis keep the ball in play? He can't, can he? Well, he just does there, but Cucurella wins it back off him. And now, the back heel from Nicholas Jackson is poor. Focus from Kunku was going to get there. He doesn't. Open across the own penalty area there by Rico Lewis. And luckily, for Manchester City, as they play back across from right to left and left to right, get away with it there, Manchester City. And that's, if Chelsea had been a bit more alert there to what City were doing, they could have potentially punished them. But Joshua Gvardiol to try and help Chelsea go behind in this game as City look to come forward now. Joshua Gvardiol will look to try and provide the ammunition for Manchester City from the back to quickly get the ball forward. And here's Doku who turns and goes down. Free kick given. Foul by Moises Caicedo. Jeremy Doku does really well to win that. And he's out right now to Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne attacks down the left-hand side. Poor crossing. He goes out for a throw. And Jeremy Doku back across on that left-hand side. Now as he leaves it this time for a throw, which will be taken by Bernardo Silva. Back it goes to Josko Gvardiol. Bernardo Silva again. Gvardiol again as well. Back to Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne. Back here looking for the run of... That was the run of Doku, but he couldn't get there. And now he's back with Ederson as Chelsea's breakaway was poor and City regained possession. 17.5 minutes gone then, still goalless, and City a lot of possession and had some of the openings, but Chelsea have had some possession but yet to really work. Ederson, neither keeper's been tested so far. This could change in hours. Erling Haaland's through. Erling Haaland! 1-0 Manchester City. And Manchester City open the score in here. And it's that man again. Erling Haaland continuing off from where he left off last season. 18 minutes on the clock. It's Chelsea 0, Man City 1. And it's Erling Haaland who has the opening goal of the game. Lovely way from Manchester City. Doku does absolutely fantastic here. Brilliant bit of play from Jeremy Doku. Cuts inside. Laid off there. And into Haaland. He was laid off brilliantly by Bernardo Silva. I think he may have just got the slightest touches there, Bernardo Silva. Just ball came in from Jeremy Doku. Yes, he just gets a toe to it. And then Haaland takes it on and slots it up nicely into the back of the net. And Manchester City lead by a 1-0 in the Premier League. However, hang on a minute. VAR are checking for a possible offside. Against Bernardo Silva. So it may not be 1-0 to Manchester City after all. We are just getting where the VAR are checking this. You can see them on the there. You can see that in the VAR booth we have got Michael Salisbury and Dan Cook. I'm told the decision is going to be given. And we'll wait for confirmation here, but I think the goal will be given here. We're just waiting here, just waiting. Goal stands! Manchester City lead. And it's Erling Haaland. 5th goal in 3 opening weekend games for Manchester City. And Manchester City lead. Erling Haaland with the goal. No offside by Bernardo Silva in the build-up. So VAR have got that one correct. in my view. I couldn't tell. I couldn't see an offside in there. But Erling Haaland, yes, he's a man again who gives City the lead as they will look to start, as they mean to continue in this Premier League game and Premier League encounter. Doku now finds Gvardiol. City will look to try and get a second. Now wide from Ruben Diaz into Jeremy Doku. Doku down the line it goes, and it goes backwards here, Jeremy Doku to Gvardiol. Gvardiol again, back into De Bruyne, now Kovacic. Good ball through to Rico Lewis, who is foul but keeps, still manages to keep hold of possession. Savinho does well up against Cucurella. Comes inside Savinho, back now to Akanji. On halfway on this run, and Sand has been forced all the way back here. Good pressing there by Enzo Fernandez as he's forced City all the way back. Chelsea and back now to Manuel Akanji, and they will try and come forward again this time. Kovacic there does well into Rico Lewis. Lewis has got Savinho down the line, and he finds him. Savinho against Cucurella, cuts inside away from him. Still going. Cucurella following him. De Bruyne now has it. Takes over. Give me De Bruyne. Just bends the shot just wide. And that was almost 2-0 to Manchester City. Brilliant bit of break there from Savinho. Cuts inside. Leading up to Bernardo Silva. A curling effort. Just goes wide. And that could have been 2-0 in space of a few minutes. And that really could have been curtain. Could have been game changing there. As long as it stays 1-0 for Chelsea, they'll fancy their chances. But if City get a second fairly quickly here, then it could be curtains in this game, as Enzo Maresca knows already, after having featured against them in pre-season in Chelsea and Manchester City. Mateo Kovacic finds Manuel Akanji. He will look to come forward here now and will try and bring Chelsea into this game if they can. And here's Cole Palmer trying to get Gusto away. He's come off the City man last and behind for a throw in here as we look on here as Manchester City will look to try and cause a few problems. In this game, Jeremy Doku is watch on here. Erling Haaland, he's got 22 senior hat-tricks, 19 for club, 9 for Man City, 6 in the Premier League. His last hat-trick was for Norway on the 5th of June in the summer. It cost 51.1 million from Borussia Dortmund back in June 2022. He signed a 5-year contract back then. He was the top scorer last season with 38 goals. And he was also the top scorer in the Premier League for his second successive season with 27 goals. He was the third player to score 27 goals in successive Premier League seasons after Alan Shearer, when he did 3 seasons between 1993 and 1996, and Harry Kane in 2016 to 2018. 9 goals in the final 7 Premier League appearances last season. 53% of his Premier League goals last season were scored in April, May. Only performed in the Premier League by XG by 2.3 last season. His XG last season 229.3. Overperformed Premier League XG by 7.4 in 2022-2023, and he was the fastest player to reach 5 hat-tricks in Premier League history, 5th hat-trick in 39 appearances, all 5 Premier League hat-tricks at home, 50th Premier League goal in 1-1 draw against Liverpool on November 2023, the fastest player to score 50 Premier League goals. That was the 48th appearance. He beat Manchester United, from Manchester United man Andy Cole, who got it in 65th appearance. And he finished second in the 2023 Ballon d'Or, which was won the Muller Trophy for most goals for club and country, 56 in 22-23. 52 goals in 53 appearances in 2022-23, top scorer in all competitions of all players in major leagues across Europe. Only Dickie Dean, who got 16 1927 to 28, scored more goals in all competitions in an English top division season as A free kick has been given there to Chelsea. To Man City, their foul on Manuel Akanji at the back. He was being held on to by Christopher Nkunku, and he was pulling him back and pulling him down to the ground. And the correct decision there from Anthony Taylor, as I was talking you through a bit of stats there on Erling Haaland, who has been impressive since he come to the Premier League. And now here's Cole Palmer for Chelsea on the right hand side, just inside their own half. He goes back on to Wesley Fofana, on towards halfway towards Caicedo. And now Fofana has possession into the circling Romeo Lavia, back to Wesley Fofana. He's telling Fofana to go to the right, but he goes instead towards his left, and Nkunku does really, really well to bring this down, and does well here, Christopher Nkunku, inside to Enzo Fernandez. Romeo Lavia into Wesley Fofana. Fofana drives up over half on the right hand side, drops it to the right, and Malo Gusto. Back it goes to Fofana. Wesley Fofana does well to keep possession for Chelsea into the centre circle there. And Levi Colwill looks to try and get this ball forward. Christopher Nkunku inside. He goes now to Romeo Lavia. Now Wesley Fofana again. Remember, he's playing his first game since May 2023 in the Premier League for Wesley Fofana as City win the header away. But Cucurella nips in Savinho. Now it's Christopher Nkunku as City on the back foot. It's just looks to try and get an equaliser just before half time. Towards Cole Palmer, the penalty. Former City man, he goes down, no penalty given. And now here comes Bernardo Silva, gives the ball away. Enzo Fernandez bites back to find Lavia, Caicedo, Cucurella, Colwill. And now Fofana. And Lavia there, inside the centre circle, midway inside the City off. Through to Fernandez, out wide to Christopher Nkunku, inside the on the left hand side. So good, Christopher Nkunku goes towards the back post there. Malo Gusto will just about keep the ball in play on that right hand side. For right hand side as Chaz come forward. As he is Cole Palmer into Christopher Nkunku. More Cucurella. Will he line up a shot here, Cucurella? No, he goes to Colwill. Now it's Cole Palmer. Can he get the crossing? He can. We're too near the goalkeeper, Edison there, who claims well and bowls it out quickly. And Kevin De Bruyne sends Jeremy Doku away. City will look to try. Yes, they can just before half time. Doku on the left hand side. Back it goes now to Kevin De Bruyne. Back now to Doku. What can Jeremy Doku do here? Kevin De Bruyne will look up here, and De Bruyne now has possession. Back here to Kovacic. Doku. De Bruyne. Crossfield pass. Savinho does well to bring the ball down well. He attacks Cucurella. Low crossing. Headed away there by Colwill. As far as Fernandez. And now Nkunku was trying to get the ball away. With snapping in there to the challenge of Manuel Akanji, who does really, really well. It remains Chelsea 0, City 1. Coming towards 29 and a half minutes played here. Chelsea lead by a goal to 0. Chelsea try by a goal to 0 against Manchester City, and City will look to cause a few problems going forward as Chelsea will look to try and get back, which could leave space open here. As Chelsea look to get back into the game, it could leave space open for City to exploit and City to get more goals from. And it remains Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1 here. And this is Rico Lewis, who just wants to intercept. And he gives the ball to De Bruyne. Akanji does well here, Manuel Akanji. He has to go back though, and that's good pressure from Nicholas Jackson to force City to go backwards when they want to go forwards. Here's Gvardiol. Now it comes to Ruben Dias. Gvardiol again. What's Josko Gvardiol doing here with possession? He finds Bernardo Silva. Back to Gvardiol again, and this is good play this. Ball over the top there from Kevin De Bruyne couldn't pick out a teammate. And Robert Sanchez, all in orange, will come towards the centre circle, towards the edge of their own penalty area, should I say, with possession. Pep Guardiola watching on, and he'll be speaking to his assistant down there, trying to work out some tactical tweaks he could make to try and help his side be more clinical in front of goal when they get possession. Gusto does well and he drops it back here, and City will have to get back in shape as Chelsea will come forward. From the back is Levi Colwill has possession. Good play here from Levi Colwill. Across now. It goes then into the path there of Fofana down the line. It goes to Gusto on that far side. Chelsea's right as we look on. Colwill across to the left hand side and Cucurella down the line to Nkoku. Back to Cucurella again. And Jackson's been the focal point for Chelsea. Palmer and Nkoku going out wide. Cucurella and Gusto also going out wide when the candidate is called Palmer. Down the line he goes to Gusto. Can Gusto get the ball? Pulls the ball back to the penalty. Fernandes, is he fouled there? Referee Taylor says no. And Chelsea fans and the Chelsea captain are wanting a penalty kick here. And Anthony Taylor says no. Let's look at this again. Gusto with the ball in. Savinho just nudged him over there. There is contact and he is a bit late there, is Savinho. It's one of them ones where I've seen them given. What is the officials doing here? I can tell you, I don't think they're getting it. They didn't give that, and it's in the bucket for me of seeing them given. So I've seen some of those given. He's not going to be given on this occasion, as he is Cucurella. Inside he goes to Fernandes, who thought it was fouled, along with Enzo Maresca, and along with myself as well, but the officials said no. And Michael Souther and Dan Cook agreed in VAR, which is down at Stockley Park. And now here comes Christopher Nkoku. Down the line he goes to Marco Correa, crossing towards the back post, headed away. Romeo Lavio, heads down. Moises Caicedo, and here's Cole Palmer into the penalty area, cleared away by Manchester City. But Chelsea won the ball back. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Ball chipped over the top, looking for Nicholas Jackson. We can't get there, and it's run through to Edison. We're just looking at the brilliant bit of play from Cole Palmer there a few moments ago before Diaz intercepted. Lovely flick over the head of Josko Gvardiol. As his Savinho skips away from Cucurella towards the penalty area now. Savinho, can he get a strike in the goal now? Puts the ball back. Kovacic! Blocked well there by Colwill, and now Palmer. Can get Caicedo away. Caicedo over the top. And the ball's in behind him. The flag is not going up yet. Nicholas Jackson. He may have just been offside. Jackson cuts inside. Jackson still going. Nicholas Jackson's shot is blocked. Gusto. What can Melo Gusto do here? Gusto again. Melo Gusto still going. Chipped up towards the back post, and Koku. It's from Koku's there, but the flag now goes up for offside, and he's waited for ages for the flag to go up offside. And I said, as soon as he got the ball, he's offside there. Why wasn't the flag up earlier? Or why wasn't the flag up after this initial attack broke down? It's beyond me. And there's down England just explaining the situation with Pep Guardiola. And I think he understands what Pep's saying. And you can just see that down England saying, I'm not sure whether it's Gary Beswick or Adam Nunn saying, not 100% confident there. And get offside there when he was a bit further back. as well. He let him take it from wrong position there as well, so he was not happy there, Pep Guardiola, and I can understand his frustration. Is Manuel Akanji. Back it goes well there as City will try and come forward. Here's Rico Lewis from Manchester City down the line to Savinho. And Savinho's still going. And he's still going again. Savinho does well. They get crossing towards the penalty area. Just being able by the run of Kukurea to get back at him. Back it goes to Kanji. Kovacic. Good ball into Savinho. Savinho again. Edge of the penalty up against Kukurea this time. And he tries to pick out De Bruyne. And then Koku and Chelsea will intercept. And Kanji wins the ball back. But he's fouled his Enzo Fernandez in the process. And Chelsea have a free kick. And it remains 1-0 to Manchester City. Here's Doku. He will end up a shot here. Jeremy Doku, a fantastic save from Robert Sanchez to push the ball over. And Jeremy Doku there, with a really good effort, after making a good interception, takes a deflection, so that's a fantastic stop. It was off for fun, and that's a fantastic stop there from Robert Sanchez. And that was almost 2-0 there to Manchester City, and that probably would have been curtains, especially if you go on early on in the second half as well. Kevin De Bruyne will line up this corner towards the penalty area. He goes and just headed away by Levi Colwell. Kovacic now has it. Doku. Jimmy Doku into Savinho, edge of the penalty. Shot is blocked. I think it was Josko Gvardiol. Fernandez flicks it on, but Savinho and Bernardo Silva wins the ball back for Manchester City. Will come forward again. Here's Savinho this time on the right hand side of the penalty area. Edge of the box. Back to Rico Lewis and now Kovacic. Back out to Savinho. Down the line he goes for Bernardo Silva, who's into the penalty area now. And that's a good bit of play there from Chelsea to win the ball back. And here's Nkoku. Can he get away from his man? No, it's been held up there by Akanji. Does well. Find Caicedo. And back he goes there. Well to Fofana. Out wide to Cole Palmer, who is charging forward. He's got Gusto inside of him if he wants to use that, but Gusto's gone down the outside. Crossing towards Nkoku with the back post. Nkoku heads the back. Jackson. Fernandez shot is blocked. And behind for a corner to Chelsea. Chelsea getting closer now. But the equaliser just won't come for them at the moment. Good play again. Cole Palmer delivers the ball to the back post. And Nkoku down. Jackson tees it up. Fantastic block by Akanji. He was there from Enzo Fernandez's shot. Blocked by the legs of Akanji. I thought it was Rico Lewis at first. It was Manuel Akanji now. Chelsea have a corner. Cole Palmer and Enzo Fernandez standing over this one. What will happen from this corner kick? It comes in. Headed away by Erling Haaland, who was bad there helping out. And now Savinho can break here. And he's charging forward. He's on his own at the moment. But there's Jeremy Doku. He's got Haaland to the far side of him. He can't pick him out. Nice ball for De Bruyne. It's Bernardo Silva. It's a penalty. Bernardo Silva. Shot there by Sanchez. Cleared away by Fofana. Doku has it. Still in the hell. Doku to Kovacic. Doku again. Still around Jeremy Doku. Can he keep the ball in play? He can. Still around Doku. Bernardo Silva. Just put the ball out. It was Kevin De Bruyne remains down. He remained down ever since being fouled there a few moments ago. There's another City man down at the back here. There's Savinho down as well. So City have got the debutant Savinho down. Just looking at this one from Savinho. May have just pulled a muscle or something. But this is the one on De Bruyne. Advantage was played after a foul there by Caicedo on Kevin De Bruyne, who remains down. And we look at this challenge again from Moises Caicedo. And in fact, yes, it was Caicedo. And De Bruyne back up onto his feet. Didn't need any treatment. Savinio does need some treatment though on his knee, it looks like. And it remains 1-0 to Manchester City. And this could be a disastrous end to his City debut if he has to go off here. Phil Foden or Jack Grealish probably the likely two substitutes to come on. And it remains Chelsea 0, Man City 1. Here's Erling Haaland having a word with Anthony Taylor as we just see the goal again from Erling Haaland. Brilliant bit of play. He's onside there, Bernardo Silva. He just gets the slightest of touches into Haaland, who did absolutely fantastic to just get through two players, Kukurea and Colwell, and then just deliver a dink. They couldn't cover the legs of Sanchez to put City into the lead. And that remains a scoreline. Chelsea 0, City 1, coming up towards the final few minutes of the first half. And then in League One it finished Bolton 0, Wrexham 0 to tell you about as well. Erling Haaland 100th appearance for Man City, 91 goals in that time as well. And Erling Haaland, a tremendous player, not just for club, but also for country as well. And his dad, Alfie Inga, used to play for Leeds United. And from what I've been told by some family members and some friends who I go to games with now, Alfie Haaland was a quality player, just like his son is, Erling. And now Manchester City have possession with Josko Gvardiol to the left hand side and De Bruyne. Back it goes to Ruben Dias on the left of the back four, centre back pairing, alongside Manuel Akanji. And Manchester City are the team that is leading here at this moment in time. As they will look to try and come forward in Manchester City. Can they come forward and can they provide a lot of goal scoring opportunities in this game for themselves today? And here's Rico Lewis, does really, really well up against Lavia, who does well, but he only concedes a throw-in, which is brilliant for what he wants to do, rather than concede a goal kick or a foul, free kick, should I say, or a foul there, as we see Chelsea against Manchester City as is. And Kunku out to Cole Palmer, edge of the penalty. Cole Palmer! Shot saved by Edson back in, and Nicholas Jackson is there! And Chelsea have got the goal, or have they? It's been disallowed. VAR will check this. I'm sure about it. And Kurku Palmer is Jackson offside as this shot comes in. That's where maybe the offside is. VAR will check goal. And they're still checking here, I think, VAR. And Anthony Taylor just waiting to hear from VAR at Stockley Park. VAR checking for offside. And I can tell you the goal has been chalked off. There is no goal there. Offside is the call. And it remains Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1. But it could be changed here now if Chelsea wear this right. And they need to stay on side if they are to do so. To change this around before half time. That is. Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1 is the latest score. Lavia crossfield pass there. Well to find Malo Gusto. Gusto will come forward on that right hand side. We've played a minute of the 5 which has been added on so far in this Premier League game. Can Chelsea get back into this game before half time, or will City hold out their slender lead? Because it may well have been 1-1 if Jackson had just timed his run a bit better. Kukureya and Kunku, good work, Jackson. And Kunku again. Here's De Bruyne, who was fouled this time by Jackson. Free kick to Manchester City. And that's a definite free kick there. And we see it here, pushing the back on Nicholas Jackson on Kevin De Bruyne. 29 Monday Night Football. Leicester City, who won the Championship title last season under Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca, host Tottenham Hotspur at the King Power Stadium, and we'll bring you all the action from that game on Monday Night Football. Doku does well, low ball in, strike him in there, no, and he's just cleared away brilliantly there. Good bit of clearance there, but Chelsea have got the ball back, and Chelsea come forward here. Or will Man City hold firm? Doku as City will look to try and get seconds before half time. No free kick given as Doku went down. Lavia gets it to Fernandez. Back to Lavia again. Palmer. Augusto on the overlap. Palmer cuts in field. Fernandez. Into the penalty. Enzo Fernandez still going. He goes down. Is this a penalty this time? The referee says no. So he got the ball first. And Enzo Fernandez remains down inside the penalty area. Just looking here. He does get the ball there. Rivaldi, but does he? Samson Diaz is foot there, and then he goes down. If anything, that should have been a free kick to Manchester City and a yellow card for Enzo Fernandez, who remains down, injured at the end of this first half. Almost played 4 of the other minutes. Chelsea 0, Man City 1 is the latest scoreline. There's the Chelsea boss, or chairman and co-controlling owner, Todd Bowley. He was the one who appointed Enzo Maresca. There's Maresca scratching his head, trying to think, what can I do here? Trying to help change our fortunes around. He's got players warming up here for Chelsea. As there's Pedro Neto, one of the summer recruits from Wolverhampton Wanderers, sitting amongst the bench. There's another one, Keenan Dewsbury Hall, signed from Maresca's former club Leicester City. And remains Chelsea 0, Man City 1. We've played 5 minutes. There was a stoppage in that, so we'll continue to play a bit more. Here's Jackson. Just one Nicholas Jackson. And what a ball this is. Christopher Nkunku's in. Can Chelsea close for half time? Nkunku. Shot is blocked. Comes back to his other penalty. Nkunku again. So again, Christopher Nkunku goes down. No penalty kick. Nkunku back across. Cleared away. And this is Lavia. Does Willie Romeo Lavia. Marco Correa. Chasing in the half strongly. And this is good bit of play. Lavia to Correa. Back he goes to Cowles. Just keeping on the ball. Looks like he might come towards half time shortly. Enzo Maresca. Watching on from the sidelines. Sees his side go 1-0 down at half time. Thanks to Erling Haaland's goal. On 18 minutes. The difference at the break. And Chelsea have work to do in the second half. They have had the chances, but City have been relatively in control in this first half. So half time then in the Premier League is Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1. Join me shortly for the start of the second half. Welcome back to the start of the second half as the game is back underway. There's been a change at half time in the match between Chelsea and Manchester City, and Phil Foden is the man to come on, and he's replaced Savinho from Manchester City. No changes from Enzo Maresca and Chelsea running through the teams right now. And it's Sanchez in goal for Chelsea. It's a back four of Gusto, Fofana, Cowell and Cucurella. Fernandez, Lavia and Caicedo. Palmer, Jackson and Koku in the attack. As here comes Chelsea on the way, but City put the ball back as is. It's Edison in goal. Lewis, Akanji, Diaz and Gvardiol. Kovacic and Silva. Doku, De Bruyne and Foden now, with Haaland leading the line. Here is Gvardiol into the path of Mateo Kovacic as Manchester City have possession early on in this second half, so we're halfway on the right-hand side now to the substitute Phil Foden up against Marco Correa, who he was unable to beat in the European Championships for England when he played against Spain for then England boss Gareth Southgate's Three Lions. Southgate then left the day after the European Championships final, and interim boss now is Lee Carsley as Gusto drops it back to Sanchez and he gives the ball away to Kevin De Bruyne. Poor clearance from Sanchez. De Bruyne's cross is poor, is a deep one as well. Cucurella there wins a throw for Chelsea up against Phil Foden. So the benches then: Jorgensen, Tosin, Badashile, Mudryk, Madueke, Neto, Jules Gouet and Vega for Chelsea. For City, Ortega, Walker, Stones, Ake, Grealish, Nunes, O'Reilly and McAtee. Remaining ones on the bench. The referees: Anthony Taylor, assisted by Guy Bedwick and Adam Nunn, Downing with the fourth official. Michael Salisbury is the man on VAR, with Dan Cook also alongside Michael Salisbury at Stockley Park. Here's Bernardo Silva. Our wide then to Manchester City's Manuel Akanji, now into Ruben Dias. Dias rubs it to Bernardo Silva, back he goes to Edison, who's yet to really be troubled much by Chelsea in that first period. And it remains Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1. As here comes Manchester City with possession. He goes across now to Edison, back across to that far side. It's a good bit of play then from Chelsea as they look to come forward. Here is good work as they will look to come forward. Here is a brilliant run then from Mateo Kovacic up towards halfway, but Chelsea won the ball back. And here comes Chelsea on possession. Lavia, good ball to Jackson, who turns away well and feeds in Cole Palmer. He's got Gusto on the inside of him. He goes in towards the penalty. Jackson, and there was Enzo Fernandez and Nicholas Jackson getting in each other's way there, and City managed to clear. And there's a throw-in for City, which De Bruyne will look to take, and he goes backwards to Josko Gvardiol up over halfway, back into Kevin De Bruyne. He's got Doku out wide of him, and he goes back to Gvardiol though instead. Switch of play from Gvardiol, can't pick out Phil Foden, the substitute over on that far side. It's Christopher Nkunku. Does well against Phil Foden and Manuel Akanji and Rico Lewis over that side. Akanji nips in ahead of Fernandez, but fouls him according to the referee Anthony Taylor, and a free kick has been given the way of Manchester. Again, of Chelsea, should I say, for foul by Manchester City's Manuel Akanji. And now Fofana finds Cowell. Good ball forward to the left-hand side, and there's Nkunku back to Caicedo. Now Marco Gray just inside the City half. Back in goes towards across the centre circle to Fofana on this near side of the right. Here's Cole Palmer down the right-hand side. He cuts in field and drops it back there to Levi Cowell inside the centre circle. Cowell switching the play. Heard of Nicholas Jackson with Edison, and now City can break. Is Phil Foden on halfway. He's been forced back there, Phil Foden. Kovacic has possession. Back to Phil Foden in the right back position. Back inside to Ruben Dias and for to Mateo Kovacic. Kovacic will look up. What can Mateo Kovacic do it? He finds Oscar Gvardiol and that finds Jeremy Durko away from Gusto. Up against Caicedo. That's where drops it to Kovacic. Now De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. Infield to Oscar Gvardiol. Gvardiol does well. Keeps the ball moving for Manchester City. How wide now is Jeremy Durko on this left-hand side. Inside to the edge of the penalty area for Kevin De Bruyne. Breaks from Fernando Silva inside the box. Erling Haaland's there. Fantastic save from Robert Sanchez, who pushes it away. And behind for a throw in City. Almost with a second goal there. And almost a second for Erling Haaland. Great bit of play again from Manchester City and Haaland. Wonderful save. It was. He forced out of Robert Sanchez and pushed out for a throw. Gvardiol takes it down the line to Durkin. Back to Gvardiol again. Gvardiol has to go further back to Bernardo. Back it goes against Dias. And all the way back to Edison. From a promising position of a throw near the Chelsea penalty area, City have had to go all the way back to their own goalkeeper to try and force another attack. Kanji to Kovacic. To Bernardo Silva. Who turns away and drops it back to Kovacic as Chelsea just look to put the pressure on Manchester City. Try and force an error to try and force their way back into this game. The next goal is going to be crucial in this one. Chelsea, if they get it, it really is game on. City get it, it could be curtains for Enzo Maresca's side. It remains Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1 here. If you just tune into us here on the commentary up 2, JB Sports, focused on football. A welcome return to Storm FM as well. And also my personal Twitch channel this afternoon. A very good afternoon, good morning or good evening to all our listeners on those channels, wherever you are today. And if you're listening via Twitch, which is available on Russ P. Vernon _92, and you're about to go out, you can gently just get audio only coverage from us. And then you can connect your car up to your phone, and while you're driving around or driving to work, if you're doing nights and working on this Sunday afternoon, or on this Sunday, should I say, then you can listen to us while you're driving to work so you don't miss a kick of this Premier League encounter. As Marco Correa comes forward for Chelsea on that left-hand side. Low crossing is back. Their defending was Phil Foden to Mateo Kovacic, and City will look to counter-attack. Erling Haaland's there. Good ball from Erling Haaland to Durkin. We can't pick him out. So the referee has done Anthony Taylor there. That is fantastic refereeing there from Anthony Taylor. Watch this one. Already played it out while he's in. We just called late by Wesley Fofana. And Fofana was late in the challenge. He went out of play for a throw-in. And the referee brought him up for a free kick. City have gone on and took it quickly and he's in towards the penalty. Bernardo Silva's there, but a free kick. Foul on Marco Correa. Bernardo Silva's not happy with that. Correa's not happy with it either. And talk between each other. Anthony Taylor tells him to go away. Anthony Taylor tells him to just calm down and look away there. Bernardo Silva. Wesley Fofana. Fans Cole Palmer for Chelsea, as they will try and get out from the back and move themselves forward down the field and quickly to try and get back on level terms. Caicedo. Poor ball forward. It breaks now for Jeremy Durkin. Good ball down the line from Durkin, but you can't keep that ball in play. He put too much on that ball. He tried to knock it past Wesley Fofana, will come rushing out that this near side as we look. Chelsea nil. Manchester City 1 as Malo Gusto is about to take a free kick. You see Keenan just be all there warming up along with his Chelsea teammates. Some Man City. John Stones there, fellow an England international. Warming up, you can see some more Chelsea players warming up now as Robert Sanchez has the ball at his feet and finds Marco Correa. Just keeps the ball in place for Foden. We're trying to close him down and get there. Throwing, he goes to Manchester City. There's a ball that's gone out of play there. I City wants to take it quickly, but there was another ball on the field. First start for Chelsea for Romeo Lavia, £58 million signing from Southampton a year ago, August 2023, and is the first Premier League start for Romeo Lavia in this Chelsea midfield today. And I must say he's done really, really well as Romeo Lavia. Really done well, caused a few problems as well, and you can see why he has been signed and what Chelsea paid for when they paid all that much money. He's been a quality addition. Yes, I know they're losing, but he's looked good in front of that back four today up against Manchester City. Kept City relatively quiet in front of goal, which is a rarity, to say the least, in this game here today. It's Manchester Chelsea 0, Man City 1 is the scoreline. If you're tuning in today for the very first time to the Comment Shop, we do welcome you along here. And also we do welcome you along to Comment Shop 2, JB Sports, Focus on Football, Storm FM, and also my personal Twitch channel, _92. If you are tuning in for the very first time. Hello, Russ Vernon here to guide you through the action. As opposing towards the penalty area from Phil Foden. Now it is with Manchester City again as Manuel Akanji just tries to get this ball forward. Foden, good ball out wide. And City are coming forward here. Bernardo Silva, low cross in, and is cleared away by Marco Correa over the head. Acrobatic clearance there. And no free kick given on by Enzo Fernandez. For a foul on Enzo Fernandez. And the referee says get up and get on with it. So that's what he's going to do is new signing Pedro Neto, who will wear the number 19 shirt. He's about to come on here for Chelsea. Just get some last minute instructions from Enzo Maresca. And there's a throw in here to Manchester City. And Pedro Neto is about to come on here for Chelsea, and he's replacing number 18, Christopher Nkunku. So there could be a little change of system here for Chelsea. He's more of a midfielder who can play on the wing. So he may go across to that side on the left wing for Chelsea, but we'll have to wait and see as on comes Pedro Neto making his Chelsea debut here, signed from Wolverhampton Wanderers this summer. And we're looking to try and get into the thick of the action early on here. City just have possession at the moment though, with Manuel Akanji to find Ruben Dias and now Josko Gvardiol. Kovacic with an interception there from Caicedo, we're guessing from Lavia. Now Chelsea coming forward is Cole Palmer for Chelsea from Fernandez's pass. Good ball into Caicedo, edge of the penalty. Moses Caicedo shot his blood by De Bruyne. But low crossing, and Neto coming in around the back, and he can't turn it in. He's behind for a corner. Pedro Neto almost an instant impact. This is good ball across. First time across there by Enzo Fernandez. And Pedro Neto couldn't turn it over as he nudged. Did he nudge over Rico Lewis? There he did. Corner kick though to Chelsea. Neto's inside the penalty area for 4-2. So too is Colwell. Lavia's in there. Caicedo in there. Lavia and Caicedo on the edge of the penalty area. He's coming towards the near post. Looks for Fofana. Bounces up and away. He's away there this time. Is another away by Bourne, and now Doku. And Jeremy Doku's away. Gusto back at him. But Doku's got away with him. Jeremy Doku inside the penalty. Pulls the ball towards Erling Haaland, and he can't get there. And now Romeo Lavia can fetch this ball away for Chelsea. How wide it goes to that far side. Neto just gets the first touch as a Chelsea player. Cole Palmer. Looks to send Neto away down that far side against Rico Lewis, and does well there. Does the youngster against Pedro Neto. And this is cleared away on this first Cucurella. And Chelsea will come forward again. Cole Palmer. Romeo Lavia. Palmer has it again. Away to Marco Correa. On that left hand side. And then is Pedro Neto. Neto up against Rico Lewis. And he's got Phil Foden doubling up on him as well. So City know how dangerous he is from when he was a Wolverhampton Wanderers last season. Cucurella to aforementioned Neto. What can Pedro Neto do here? Can he move across? And he can. Flick on Enzo Fernandez. Comes to Malo Augusto. Ball back into the penalty area. Makes me love it back in. Jackson! Fantastic 7. Wonderful piece of defending. After a throw in this time of fantastic save from Edison and a good clearance from Diaz. Here's Palmer now. And then Christopher Lukaku Jackson is down inside the penalty area, inside the 6-yard box. Well, this is a good save, this. Brilliant ball back in from Gusto. Headed back in. Well done by Lavia, and Jackson forces a fantastic save before Josko Gravardio was able to get the ball clear, coming back out. Then that is some save. That is some save, that is. Fantastic. Fantastic save from Edison to keep out Nicholas Jackson. Caicedo, good work, takes away from Kevin De Bruyne. He delivers a cross into the penalty area. Then from Pedro Neto on the back post. And Edison comes out and claims. Brave goalkeeping there from Edison. Well, Chelsea trying to create chances now. Could be a matter of time before they get back on level terms. Hello, Phil Rogers. How are you doing, my friend? Hopefully you're doing okay. Thank you for listening to the Commentary Hub's coverage of Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1 in the Premier League this afternoon, or morning or evening, depending where you are in the world. We do stream this worldwide here on YouTube, also on Twitch as well. Here comes Kevin De Bruyne for Manchester City. How wide it goes to Jeremy Doku. Gavardio to Kovacic. Kovacic now into the centre circle, midway side. The City are Chelsea off of the field. A City wearing the ball from left to right. It is Phil Foden. Good bit of play this, and this is good ball away. Neto can break up towards halfway. Neto loses out. Can he get the ball there this time? No, he can't. And now here comes Mateo Kovacic. Here is the aforementioned De Bruyne to find Gavardio, and now Kovacic again. De Bruyne yet to really get involved much in the game. If you're tuning in for the very first time today, hello, welcome along. Thank you very much for choosing us as your broadcasters for the season, for the Premier League action. We'll bring you at least a game every single week. We've had 2 games today in the Premier League. Got 1 more to come tomorrow on match week number 1. Doku inside the penalty area. Doku, good ball towards the back post. Can he get there? He can't. Here's Phil Foden. Good work from the English international. To Bernardo Silva, back to Foden again. Bernardo Silva has it once more. Kovacic back to Bernardo Silva again, and now City just knocking the ball around well. Kovacic now has the ball from Ruben Dias. Now it's with Josko Gravardio. Out wide to Jeremy Doku. On this left hand side. Attacks the penalty area. Edge of the box. Is De Bruyne towards Haaland inside the penalty area. Haaland can't get a strike there. Goes on. Rico Lewis! It's 2-0! What is it? Is it 2-0 to City, or has it been disallowed? I think it's been disallowed, you know. For a foul on Levi Cole by Erling Haaland. He brings it down well on his chest. And Haaland's gone for the ball there. And for me, that's not a foul. He has every right to go for the ball there. Just Erling Haaland. And for me, that really should be 2-0. The goal's been disallowed. No goal given. And I believe Erling Haaland. Yes, he has. Erling Haaland has gone into the referee's no book here. And I can tell you something now, guys. I am surprised by that decision. Because when Haaland went for the ball, when the incident happened, Haaland went for the ball. As you can see, Keenan Dewsbury getting ready to come on. There's also another man coming on for Chelsea, which is Mark Gui, who is replacing Nicholas Jackson. Even the other is Keenan Dewsbury about to come on as well for Chelsea. And Keenan Dewsbury is on as well for Chelsea. Coming off is, just trying to see who the other one was coming off. I think it's, I thought it was Romeo Lavia was come off, and Romeo Lavia has done really well today in the midfield alongside Moises Caicedo, which we'll now probably see with that change with Dewsbury coming on. We'll probably see Enzo Fernandez drop back to a more deeper defensive midfield role with Keenan Dewsbury playing in the attacking line with Palmer, Dewsbury and Neto, the three behind the new striker. And now here's a good ball flicked on and cleared away this time. It breaks backwards here now to the Fofana, who finds Palmer this time. Good turn away from Palmer. Good ball out wide, and it's Neto. Does well in Neto. Back he goes to Correa. Fernandez. Does well in Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez once more. And he's still got Enzo Fernandez. Dewsbury. First touch for him in the Chelsea shirt. This is someone moved from Leicester City. Enzo Fernandez. What can he do now? Good career. Back to Fernandez again. And a ball over the top. Looking for the run of Gusto. But Doku's there up against Gusto. And he's got the beating of him in his way. On halfway now and back inside his own half. Jeremy Doku there. Back to Josko Gvardiol. That City have had to go backwards now. Having won the possession back. And now here comes City in possession with a Kanji across to Diaz, to Gvardiol, to De Bruyne, to Gvardiol again. What can Josko Gvardiol do here now if he can find Diaz? To Bernardo. Bernardo will look up. He has to go back to Diaz, and City almost relinquishing position. And he's back now with Ederson. Kovacic and City are trying to play the way out of trouble here. And they've done it well, but giving it away to Malo Gusto. And now here's Cole Palmer. Doku nips in as Palmer was sleeping as he got that ball. Fofana nips in and takes out De Bruyne as he went in there. And the referee says he didn't get anything off the ball. And I'm just looking at this one here now. Fofana, bad challenge there from Wesley Fofana. And I'm surprised that the centre-back has not gone into the referee's no book. For that challenge there on Kevin De Bruyne. It remains Chelsea 0, Man City 1. If you're just tuning into us today, thank you very much for doing so. We're spending here to guide you through the action. If you're tuning in for the very first time, hello, welcome along. We'll guide you through the remainder of this game, and then we'll be back tomorrow for more Premier League action. Dewsbury finds Neto. Back into Dewsbury, back to Cucurella, to Fernandez, to Caicedo. Fernandez once more. Back out wide to Pedro Neto. Neto again. Fernandez. Chip ball to the far side. Malo Gusto does well. To Caicedo. Fofana. Fernandez. Neto. Does well here, Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Cucurella. Chipped in towards the back post. Edson gets something on it. Doku to try and fetch his ball away for Manchester City. Skips away from Gusto. Gives the ball away to Caicedo though. Dewsbury on the edge of the penalty area. Fernandez. Cucurella. Neto. Delivers a crossing towards the penalty area. Too much on that. Vardol's got time. And he clears it up into the air. And out of play goes for a throw-in, which will be given to Chelsea. And they will try and come forward. Can Chelsea turn this game on its head and get back into this game? And City have only really made one change, which is Foden at this moment in time, which is something that's not really heard of in Premier League football. You normally see more changes than this, especially from Manchester City when they complain about too many games with the squad and then don't utilise more subs, which they wanted to be introduced. Throw in there to Manchester City, as Manchester City are trying to pretend their lead that they've got, also trying out to when they can. Throwing down the line looking for Erling Haaland, does well to hold up the play. And he's cleared away this time, is it? Fofana's there, can he clear it away? He does well and clears it downfield, Wesley Fofana. On his father's Guardiola to Bernardo. Steals up Kevin De Bruyne! Whose effort is just wide from Kevin De Bruyne. And De Bruyne, who looked good there to line up the effort. And he just goes wide of the target in the end. And a decent effort, but wasn't really troubling the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez. And I've got three names who could potentially be my player of the match this afternoon. Is ball from Rico Lewis looking for Erling Haaland is cut out by Wesley Fofana and is behind for a corner kick to Chelsea. Good bit of play that from Chelsea by City down that far side. Hi Paul, hopefully you're doing okay, mate. Yes, he really should, my friend. I really should, mate. Hopefully you're doing okay. And Paul, I don't know if you saw an earlier comment from Media Radio Jingles and Gaming, who said really enjoying the commentary from you, Russ, and from Paul earlier on. So really enjoyed your commentary and he's enjoying mine so far as well. But yes, Paul, I'm doing good, thank you, mate. Hopefully, literally, you're doing well in this game here today, and it remains Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1. Erling Haaland with the goal for Manchester City on 18 minutes. Is separating these two sides, and City really had a shot in this second half much, to be honest. No problem, Paul. I just thought I'd read you that message out from our friends over Media Radio Jingles and Gaming. As is Wesley Fofana, who chips a wonderful ball down the line. And here comes Mateo Kovacic on halfway to Kevin De Bruyne. Down this left-hand side, it goes to Jeremy Doku when he's away. Attacks the penalty area. Not literally attacking, no, literally punches the box. Well, you know what I mean. Here's Kevin De Bruyne to Rico Lewis. Mateo Kovacic. Here comes Phil Foden. Back he goes this time to Manuel Akanji. Now, City having a lot of possession and enjoying possession so far. Remains Chelsea 0, Man City 1. As they will come forward here. Brilliant bit of work here and good movement in the end as the ball is played forward. Good control in the end, and it's City will win possession back. Rico Lewis through the legs over on that far side of Fernandez, and City have got men forward. Here's Jeremy Doku, who's got run out wide, but he tries to play the ball through towards early on, and that should have been out wide to De Bruyne. In my opinion, that was a better option for him there. It is Juice Briall. Wonderful work here from Keenan Juice Briall. And here comes Enzo Fernandez. Good crossfield pass to pick up Malo Gusto. Palmer on the edge of the box. He picks out Palmer. Back he goes to Gusto again. Low cross in, it's blocked by Ruben Dias. Gusto again, blocked again. Behind for a corner this time, off of Kovacic. Who's not happy with that decision there. I don't think that should have been a corner. I think it should. It's definitely a corner ball. Let's look at this again. Chelsea wanted a penalty there. Not for me. Not going to get this season. Not getting those kinds of penalties. Or those kinds of decisions. They did check it, but corner kick has been given. I thought that. Because they said those sort of decisions are not going to be given this season in the Premier League or the EFL. Palmer leaves a corner in. City just headed away with Akanji. Good clearance from Akanji. Here's Juice Briall. All's off his man, Rodriguez Bernardo Silva. Caicedo back to Keenan Juice Briall again. And now Neto. Juice Briall. Caicedo. Gusto has it. Fernandez. Gusto again as Chelsea try and come forward like a gust of wind. Here. Neto. What can Pedro Neto do here? In towards the penalty. Crossed in. Headed away this time by Ruben Dias. Flicked on again by Gvardiol. Juice Briall does well. Finds Neto. Juice Briall again. Pedro Neto again. Enzo Fernandez was trying to wanting that ball, but Caicedo couldn't pick him out, and is behind for a goal kick to Manchester City. 17 minutes on the clock, and remains Chelsea and Man City 1. Tomorrow night, remember, Monday Night Football is back, and we're back with our first Monday Night Football offering of the season. The only promoted Leicester City, who got promoted under Enzo Maresca as champions, take on Tottenham Hotspur on Monday Night Football. Join myself and Paul James for commentary on that one. We'll also have Mike Conman in the presenter's chair as well for that one Monday evening. Kick-off is at 8 o'clock. Join us for that. And that's the game I'm looking forward to. Can Tottenham get underway or will they not? Or will Leicester shock Spurs? You have to join us to find out. We bring you that game live. As here is Marco Correa, who is down. Enzo Fernandez said potentially need a substitution here. Looks like Correa may not be able to continue, and there's going to be a change here. I'm trying to work out who this is going to be that's going to come on here. And the sub is Marco Correa coming off, and Renato Vega will be the man to come on in his place. He claps the Chelsea fans, does Marco Correa, as the Spaniard is replaced by the Portuguese international. Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1. Marco Correa making his way around the stadium to the dugout. City have a throw in. Bernardo Silva's there, just putting him under pressure and is going backwards here. And can Chelsea find a way into this game with 10 minutes to go? Here is Jeremy Doku cuts in field. And if City get one now, it could really kill this game off. Although if it continues to be 1-0, Chelsea will think they will have a chance of getting through here and get something out of this game. It remains Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1. Phil Foden has possession. And what can Foden do here? It's a Kanji to Kovacic. Foden again, down the line he goes into the path of Bernardo. Out of play for a throw to Manchester City. Remains Chelsea 0, Man City 1. 81 minutes on the clock. Gvardiol. Does well here, Josko Gvardiol. Back it goes into the path of Diaz. Now Bernardo, back to Diaz again. And Ruben Diaz works the ball out wide. There to Akanji, back to Diaz once more. Now Ederson. Ball from Ederson. And City just get away with it. As Jules Bjork going to keep the ball for Chelsea. He almost got presented with the ball there. Here's Rico Lewis now. Coming forward. Phil Foden towards Erling Haaland, giving the ball away. Now Jules Bjork has possession and send Neto away down the left-hand side. A 40 yards for a moment. With too much on that ball there. And he goes out of play. It remains Chelsea 0, Manchester City 1 in this game. And it is going to be a throw-in which Rico Lewis will look to take. Foden gets it back to Lewis. Who's gone back to Akanji, who's gone all the way back now to Ederson. Ederson will have possession and will clear the ball long and go clearance, and it's controlled really, really well here. Good work here. It's now here they come. It's Bernardo. Does well here into the path then of Kovacic. Out wide to Foden. Kovacic has it once more. 3 minutes on the clock, and I'll be confirming my player of the match very shortly. I wonder who it's going to be. I've got 3 names, and in the next couple of minutes or so, I'm going to whittle it down to just 1 name left. Doku. Low crossing, and it's saved well there by Robert Sanchez. The 3 names in question are all representing Manchester City today. But who will be the player of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services this afternoon? Here comes Mateo Kovacic. Oh, what a goal, Mateo Kovacic has put this game beyond Chelsea's reach now. And Manchester City have a 2-goal lead. And Mateo Kovacic with a superb goal against his former club. And Manchester City start as they mean to go on in the Premier League. It's Chelsea and Man City 2. Mateo Kovacic, the Croatian, with the goal. And you can see what he means to the City players. Just look at this goal again. Gives the ball up. Chelsea gave the ball away through Fofana. Kovacic picked it up and he ran and ran and ran. And then bent a shot. For me, I'm just going to watch it from this angle before making comment on Robert Sanchez. You see it here, Kovacic. For me, Sanchez should do better there. Not much power in the shot. He gets an end to it, just Sanchez. And he tips it onto the post and in. I think if he leaves that and doesn't make an attempt for it, it goes wide, but City lead by 2-0, and Chelsea have a long way back now. I'm good, thank you, Phil. Really good to have you along with us. Here is Rico Lewis, who wins his side of throwing. Last second goal, Mateo Kovacic, who's got on the score sheet today as City lead now by 2-0, and the Enzo Maresca era at Chelsea starts off with a defeat in the Premier League, unless they can turn it around in the next few minutes. Yes, he does radio jingles and gaming. Unless Chelsea can turn this around, I can't see Maresca getting off to a good start, and I can't see Chelsea turning it around, in all fairness. Chelsea 0, Man City 2 is the scoreline. Chelsea with possession now, as they will try and get at least a consolation goal on the score on today's game. Here's Palmer. When I say at least a consolation goal, because you never know, if they get one now, and then however minutes is added on, could see a grandstand finish if Chelsea get the next goal. Gusto. Fafana gave the ball away in the lead up to the City's second goal. Enzo Fernandez out wide. Miguel Pedro Neto back into Enzo Fernandez. Moises Caicedo. Fernandez once more. Can Chelsea extend? Can Chelsea find a way back in, or City extend their lead to 3 in the closing stages? Neto does well. Going on the edge of the box. Can he get a strike? And he can't. De Bruyne to Doku. And City can break. And City can really put a seal on this opening day victory. Wonderful run. Doku into the path then of De Bruyne. Diaz. Bernardo Silva. And now City will just keep the ball. Make sure Chelsea, after all the running around in the last 2 minutes plus stoppage time, can City hold out? Or will City really defend well? De Bruyne flicks the ball on and breaks for Jeremy Doku. Doku is fouled, is he, by Caicedo? Yes, is the answer to that one. Free kick has been given. Chelsea 0, Man City 2 here on the commentary. We're also live on the commentary up 2. JB Sports, focus on football. Storm FM is back amongst us now for the new season, and my personal Twitch channel, Russ P. Vernon _92 as is. Kevin De Bruyne from Guardiola's pass. Now Doku attacks down the left hand side of the penalty area. In towards the penalty. Still going Jeremy Doku. Just make it 3 plus 1 for Haaland. Tension should have gone all alone after he's done that much work. Is Dewsbury Hall is fouled there by Bernardo Silva, and a free kick to Chelsea has been given by the referee, Anthony Taylor. Middle radio jingles and games says, I don't think Chelsea will score a goal either. I think City could get a third. That's my thinking as well, my friend. And the next time the ball goes out of play, we'll give you the player of the match. Palmer, close field pass to Neto. Neto shot his ball by Foden. Comes now to number 40 there for Chelsea, who's Vega over on that far side now. Into 5 additional minutes to the end of this Premier League game as Kovacic has possession. Rico Lewis plays the way out. Foden's there. And it's Foden fouled. He is. Free kick to Manchester City. And I can now tell you our player of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Manchester City's midfielder, number 8, the scorer of the second goal, Mateo Kovacic. Brilliant performance from him in that midfield. Capped off by a goal as well. And nothing better than to get a goal when you've played absolutely fantastic. Bernardo Silva was up there as well. As too was Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland. But Mateo Kovacic beats the lot, in my opinion, and is my player of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services this afternoon. And now Chelsea will try and find a consolation goal in the remaining few minutes of this game. Here's Dewsbury Hall. Neto. Fernandes. Palmer. He's fouled by De Bruyne. And out up to his feet by De Bruyne. 2-0. City lead. Free kick he'll be. Palmer takes it quickly to Caicedo. Out wide to Gusto. Almost right hand side. Crossed in his blood by Gravardiol. Back he goes from the throw from Gusto to Caicedo. Now Palmer. Cole Palmer. Still going Cole Palmer. Shot in. Wide. He either stood behind the goal back to Cole Palmer with his effort. And that's a poor effort in fairness. From a man who's normally really, really good in front of goal. And Cole Palmer, no good today in my opinion. Chelsea 0, Manchester City 2. Pep Guardiola watching on here, and you can see that he's relatively happy there. Savinho, the debutant, who went off at half time. Different dimension with Phil Foden on the pitch. Here's Doku, who is fouled by Wesley Fofana. Free kick to Manchester City. And it remains Chelsea 0, Man City 2. As Maresca shouting the instructions. There's Pep Guardiola. Watching on City have a free kick with less than 2 minutes to go. Doku spins away from Palmer. And Palmer does well. We concedes a throw though, then just go Palmer. De Bruyne will take. Who will De Bruyne find? Goes to Haaland, back to De Bruyne again. Haaland again. Palmer pushes out of play. De Bruyne to Haaland with the other throw-in. In the corner. Palmer clears the way for Chelsea. Fofana down the line. Which should be all ended away by Manchester City in that middle there, which was Kovacic. Doku has possession. Haaland, Doku again. That was up for offside. Palmer takes it quickly. And Chelsea will to try and get forward and get a consolation goal. Which is all either will do. Cole will find Vega. We'll ball down that far side to Neto. Back to Vega again. Back to Cole again. Caicedo. Palmer. Good way from Palmer. Out wide to Gusto. Crossed in towards the back post. Cleared away. Haaland's there. Touched away on this far as Cole. Out wide to Neto. Can Chelsea get a goal here in the Premier League? Fernandes edge of the penalty area. Let's push off. Fernandes saved in the second attempt and caught on the second attempt by the man between the sticks in Edison. And that could be that now. As Chelsea looks like they're going to be beating Manchester City by going to be losing to Manchester City, let's say, by 2-0 on opening weekend, and that is what has happened. The full-time whistle has gone, and goals in either half, one in each half for Erling Haaland, and one in the first half, and one in the second half from Mateo Kovacic, gives Manchester City the perfect start to the Premier League and the perfect start to regain the Premier League title in the end. Chelsea under Enzo Maresca have got work to do. They could have had a goal just before half time. It was disallowed for offside, which was the correct call. But Chelsea were undone towards the end through Mateo Kovacic as they pushed forward to try and get an equaliser. And it's finished at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 0, Man City 2. Media Radio Jingles and Gaming says, looking at this and the City's performance in the Community Shield, this could be City's 5th year in a row lifting the Premier League title, he says. I know it's a bit far ahead, but that's his opinion. But that's their opinion, should I say. He says, and regarding Chelsea, he says they do need a lot of work to do. Just before we do go, let me just recap the scores from the matches that have took place today in the Football League. And I'll give you the full-time scores with regards to the Premier League over the past 3 days as well. But let me start off with the EFL Championship. Sunderland 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0. EFL League 1, Bolton Wanderers 0, Wrexham 0. In League 2, Notts County 2, Fleetwood 2. In France, Auxerre 2, Nice 1, Angers 0, Lyon 1, Montpellier 1, Strasbourg 1, Toulouse 0, Nantes 0, and at 7:45 is Rennes against Olympique Lyonnais. In the German DFB Polka, some selected results in here for you. It finished after 90 minutes 1-1, and next time 1-1 between Saarbrücken and Nuremberg, FC Nuremberg, and there was FC Nuremberg who progressed on penalties by 5 penalties to 3. Victoria Berlin 1, Augsburg 4 as well. Regensburg 1, Bochum 0. Rostock 1, Hertha Berlin 5. After extra time, it finished Sandhausen 2, FC Cologne 3. Juna Ottersen 1, Darmstadt 3. Latest score after 72 minutes, Dresden 2, Dusseldorf 0. And after 70 minutes is Meppen 0, Hamburg 4. The latest score there. Italian Serie A, half-time scores, Bologna 0, Udinese 0, Hellas Verona 0, Napoli 0. Cagliari against AS Roma, and Lazio v Venezia kick-off at 7:45 UK time. In the Dutch Eredivisie, Hercules 1, PSV Eindhoven 3, Wilhelm 2, and Eagles 0, Pek Zwolle 1, Feyenoord 5, NSC Breda 1, Ajax, NSC Breda 2, Ajax 1, should I say there. In the Scottish League Cup, Dundee United 1, St Mirren 0, Motherwell 1, Kilmarnock 0 after extra time, was 0-0 after 90 minutes. In that one, Hibernian played majority of that game from the 55th minute onwards, down to 10 men, with Finlay getting a second yellow card in there. Celtic 3, Hibernian 1 in that game, and Celtic progressed in that competition. This afternoon, in the Spanish La Liga, Real Sociedad 0, Rayo Vallecano 0 is the latest score with 30 minutes gone. And at 8:30 this evening, Real Mallorca take on Real Madrid in La Liga as well. Let me just tell you about La Liga from yesterday, just for a moment or two. Just to give you how Barcelona went on yesterday. 2 games in there. Osasuna 1, Leganés 1, Valencia 1, Barcelona 2 in La Liga. There was some La Liga action on Friday evening as well. Celta Vigo 2, Alaves 1, UD Las Palmas 2, Sevilla 2 in that one. As well on Thursday, Athletic Club 1, Getafe 1, Real Betis 1, Girona 1 there as well in La Liga. More La Liga, will be La Liga action tomorrow night as Real Valladolid take on Espanyol and Villarreal take on Atletico Madrid. Also, Italian Serie A tomorrow, Lecce against Atalanta and Uve against Como in that one. Some games in the German DFB Polka tomorrow sees Bremen take on Kosbus, Wolfsburg take on Koblenz, and Frankfurt take on Brunswick. Some of the games which involve Bundesliga sides. Thank you very much, Mike. Hopefully you're doing okay, my friend. As I just finished up rounding out the across the board of the foreign leagues. Now let me recap the scores from the Premier League weekend so far. I won't give you the table with it being 1 game old, but here are the results from the opening weekend of the Premier League so far. Starting off on Friday evening, Manchester United 1, Fulham 0. On Saturday afternoon, it was Ipswich Town 0, Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Nottingham Forest 1, Bournemouth 1, Newcastle 1, Southampton 0, Everton 0, Brighton & Hove Albion 3, West Ham 1, Aston Villa 2, and on Sunday, in the earlier game, which Paul covered, Brentford 2, Crystal Palace 1, and Chelsea 0, Manchester City 2, which you just said covered by me. One more game in match week number 1, Leicester City against Spurs. 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow night. Join us for that one. So from myself, Nick earlier as well, Paul as well, thank you all very much for listening. And we'll see you again tomorrow night when we bring you more live coverage from the Premier League action. Until then, thank you very much for listening. We'll see you again soon. Take care. It's goodbye from me and the rest of the team here on the commentary.